Okay, I'm putting in a brake line from the rear to the front. It's just a straight piece, pre-made length I got from the auto parts store. Should be pretty close to the right length. If not, I can cut an end and reflare it. So I've just hand threaded it in this fitting back here, and I've just gently by hand kind of massaging bends in it and working it into place right along the inside of the tunnel firewall here. Okay, so I've already started clamping it down. The camera failed on the last video, so you didn't get to see it, but basically I've got P-clamps like this. Large head, large flange rivets. And I'm pop ribbing it into place, up tight against the firewall. Come around the bend here, I got two more in. There's my fitting. I gotta make sure I keep that at the top. I want to trap it in between a P-clamp. I'm trying to keep this line nice and tight against the firewall because your legs and your feet go in and out of here and you don't want to be snagging the line. Okay, now I gotta work the line up here and along underneath this bar and into the master cylinder right here. Got one more P-clamp going in right here. I'm going to pull your fitting up. Okay, to work this bend in around underneath. Okay, you can see I've got it worked up around this corner. Now I've got to go into this fitting right here. So I got to bend a little 90 on the end right in here. See if I can use a big socket here to act as a mandrel. A smaller socket here. See how that works. The hardest part is hanging on to all these little things. Okay, I've got it pretty close where I can hand thread it in. Lightly wrench it in. And then give it a little more massage action here. Trying to keep it up and out of the way of things the best I can. It's looking pretty good there. Okay, I'm going to finish tightening up this fitting on the master cylinder. Be sure to use brake line wrenches. I've got one on each side. Nice and firm, but don't get too carried away. Of course, check for leaks later. Next, we've got to work on the brake line for the front brakes. This is the front master cylinder here. We've got to come off this fitting, wrap around underneath, go through the firewall. I've got a short line here, and I've got a T that is inverted flare in and out, and on the top is 8th pipe. And I'm going to put this brake pressure switch on here. So when I step on the brakes, the pressure engages this switch, and that'll turn on the rear brake lights. Okay, first thing, I got to put a 90-degree bend in this to go in the master cylinder and then point that way. Grab myself a socket to bend this around. However, I'm going to go put it in the vise and bend it there. Okay, I got a nice little 90 in that piece. Do a little fitting here. Do a little tweaking here and there to make it clear some of the lines. Okay, I'm just going to hand thread this in a little ways. You see it kind of comes around underneath this bar and points out right in here. So at this point I'm going to tighten it up on this end. Again, using flare wrenches. Going to hold one side in the master cylinder. Okay, I've installed my pressure switch on the T-fitting with some Teflon tape. I'll screw that fitting on. Orient it about like so. Get some wrenches and tighten it up. Okay, get those fittings firm. Of course, we'll check them again later for leaks. So I'm drilling a big hole right in through here for this big grommet to fit through for the front brake line. See if we can get the grommet to fit. There she goes. I started this front brake line by putting a 90-degree bend in the end. Now I got to work it through the grommet. Put a little oil on it, so hopefully it'll slide through easier. Okay, now I'm just going to gently bend some angles in here. Try to get this to line up where it needs to go. While checking the top here. Got to widen up this bend on the top a little bit. Just lightly tighten the fitting up here on top, inside foot box. Okay, now I'm going to climb in here. Put a P-clamp on here. And a pop rivet. I got to work this line kind of into the corner the best I can. Trying to keep it out of the way of any engine components and stuff that are going to slide in and out of here. Another P-clamp on here. Keep it nice and tight to the sheet metal.